Hello everyone. I named this video I Will Have My Revenge for a very specific reason. This next game was played in a tournament in Bled 1961, and there you have a very nice lake, and Bobby was on a small boat with his friend Dmitria Bielica, and Dmitria says that Bobby was just staring at the sky and repeating I will have my revenge. And of course he was talking about Mikhail Tal. If you've seen in my previous video, in the candidates tournament in 1959, 2 years ago, Bobby lost 4 games to Mikhail Tal in a row, and he also had one other encounter with Mikhail Tal in 1960 Olympiad in Leipzig, where he played first board for the United States and Tal was playing first board for the Soviets, and that game was drawn. So this is another chance for Bobby to get his revenge. But this isn't the same Bobby Tal was used to playing. This is 18-year-old Bobby, and he no longer wears his colorful sweater. He now wears an elegant suit. There's a story that Bobby heard that one man in England has 240 suits, and that he is considered to be the most elegant man in the world. And Bobby said that he would like to break this record and own even more than 240 suits. And at the time of this game, he had 17 suits. But let's get to the game. Bobby Fischer is white and Mikhail Tal is black. So Bobby goes e4, c5, knight to f3, knight to c6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and now e6, the Taimanov variation of the Sicilian. Knight to c3, queen to c7, and now g3, preparing bishop g2. And in this next move, Tal makes a mistake. And if you play this variation of the Sicilian, I'm sure this happened to you at least once in your life. You have to go a6, and after bishop g2, go knight f6. But Tal played knight to f6. Maybe he was daydreaming or something. I don't know how he could miss this. And from this move on, Bobby plays with an engine-like precision. So he goes knight to b5, attacking the queen. Tal goes queen to b8, bishop to f4, attacking the queen. And here black can go e5 here, which leads to a Sveshnikov-like system. But this was considered to be pretty bad at the time this game was played. So instead, Tal played the knight to e5, and this is a disastrous move, as Bobby proves. He plays bishop to e2, bishop to c5, Bobby captures, bishop takes on e5, queen takes on e5, and now f4, kicking the queen back to b8, and now he goes e5. And the problem is, this knight has nowhere to go. He can't go g4, h5, this is, if he goes d5 he loses a pawn. The only place he can go to is b8, g8, but if you retrieve your knight to g8, it's like you conceded the game. So Tal tries a6, and here we have e takes f6, a takes b5, f takes g7, Fischer wins a pawn here, rook to g8, knight to e4, this is all engine moves, bishop to e7, queen to d4, rook to a4, attacking the queen, and now knight to f6 check, pinning the king and the rook, bishop captures, queen captures, queen to c7, Fischer plays long castle, rook captures on a2, king to b1, and rook to a6. And here Tal could have played queen to a5, but it doesn't really matter. If queen to a5, b3, and this queen is protecting everything, and well, with Tal's doubled pawns, he can't really break this. So Tal saw this and he played rook to a6. And in this position, the engine suggests bishop to h5, and this is crushing. Black cannot defend. But this is the first move where Fischer doesn't play by the engine, and I guess he decided if he already lost 4 games to Mikhail Tal, this next game he plays against him, he wants to beat him in the style of Mikhail Tal himself. And here Bobby plays bishop takes on b5. Tal plays rook to b6, bishop to d3, and Tal plays e5. And this is the moment where Fischer really goes all out. He plays f takes e5, sacrificing his queen. Tal captures the queen, e takes an f6, queen goes to c5, and now he captures the pawn on h7, attacking the rook. Queen to g5, Fischer captures the rook, queen takes f6, rook to f1, queen takes on g7, bishop captures on f7 check, king to d8, and now bishop to e6, pinning the king. Queen to h6, attacking the pawn, bishop captures, and now pinning the bishop, of course. Queen captures on h2, Fischer captures the bishop, and now this position is completely winning for white, but Tal plays a couple of more moves. Here we have some repeating of the position, and here Fischer pushes g4, and the pawn cannot be taken because if queen takes on g4, then simply rook to h1, and this is winning. So Tal went queen to h3, g5, queen to f3, rook to e1 check, king to f8, rook takes on b5, king g7, rook to b6, queen to g3, rook d1, queen to c7, rook to d6, queen to c8, b3, king h7, and rook to a6. And in this position, Tal finally resigned, and Fischer won his first game against the magician from Riga. After this game ended, Tal said in a humorous tone that he learned this tournament that it indeed was possible to lose a game against Bobby. And Mikhail Botvinnik was watching this game, and he was very satisfied with both of them, and he said that well, in the next 15 years that these two will be fighting for the throne. And he was kind of right. Fischer did go for the throne, but Mikhail Tal, well, his illness got the better of him. So yeah, this is the game. This is how Fischer won his first game against Mikhail Tal. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, here on the left you will have 2 of my previous videos. Sorry about that. And you can also check those out. So thank you for your time, and feel free to leave a comment. I really enjoy reading all of your comments, and see you soon.